And welcome back. Joining us now is Pamela Stewart-Martinez, Reform Party candidate for the 32nd Senate District. And Pamela, good to have you.
It's good to be here. I'm so excited.
Good. Well, special elections around the corner. We're coming down to the wire. Talk to me about how the campaign is going for you.
Oh my goodness, it's so much to do, so little time to do it in. You know, the mayor it feels like the governor just announced it like a couple of days ago. I know it's been well over a month, but it feels like it's only been a few weeks.
Yeah.
So it's just so much to do, so little time to do it in.
And you got a few minutes to get your platform out, literally and figuratively. So let's talk about this here. So when you talk about the race for 32nd, why do you want to seek the seat?
I made a promise many years ago to myself and to God that I was going to pay it forward. I was in and out of the foster care system as a child. When I finally landed in a home that was going to be my permanent home, I was a very insecure, scarred emotionally, 6 going on 7-year-old who could not read and failed the first grade. My family that chose me placed me in a great church, which gave me lots of faith, belief in a higher power. They also enrolled me in our local community public school. And I will tell you, they took a child who needed so many tools and resources in order to be successful in school and turned her into someone who got a full scholarship to a prep school in New Hampshire. I mean, that's what a great education can do for you, and being in the right environment where they give you the resources and tools that you need. And so I promised myself that I was going to come back and give back to my community and for all the children who are like me and unlike me, to ensure that they have a piece of being part of what makes this country great for everyone. You know, have a part of what is the great equalizer, education.
So talk to us about 32nd District. What do you see as the primary things that need to be addressed in the district?
Okay, we have a housing crisis. We have an education crisis. We have issues with income. We have our median income in the 32nd District is about $28,000. Now, that's including families. And most families are not just families of one. We're talking families of 3, 4, 5. In my case, I have 7 children. And so that's a scary situation to be when the median rent is about $1,200, and that's for a 1-bedroom. So what we need to do is we need to empower the people of our community with careers and opportunities to become business owners and affordable home ownership opportunities. And like I said before, education is the great equalizer. So there is no reason why the Bronx as a whole should be at the bottom of education.
So if elected, how do you tackle the education system?
Okay, so the first thing I would do is we need to roll back mayoral control, because it makes no sense that one central location that follows the lead of one individual should be dictating so many different communities and so many diverse needs. We need to go back to school boards, but school boards with more transparency, with fair elections, and also school boards that there's more accountability in place.
In addition to education, a lot of people complain about quality of life. You know, looking
Absolutely.
at the area, talking about quality of life. Do you agree?
There is a problem, and the problem is that when you're in a situation where we have to leave our neighborhood to find employment, that's a problem. We should have viable job opportunities or opportunities to own your own businesses within our community. We have become consumers in our district. We're not the producers that feed to the consumers in our district, and that's the problem. We need to turn that around. And the only way that we can turn that around is we need to have people who represent us in Albany who are going to fight for our needs, who create programs that will facilitate things like that.
So going forward, looking right now, you see you've got the education issue, you've got quality of life issue, the issue of gentrification is often spoken about in the neighborhood. If elected, what do you make is the first priority?
See, I would have to say it's a twofold. Education is definitely going to be a priority to me. Actually, it's going to be a threefold. Education is going to be up there. The situation with NYCHA is definitely going to be up there. The problem is that when people find out that there's a problem, everyone's excited and rushes in to help. And then when it's not considered, when there's another hot topic that comes along, they forget about the original problem. We can't do that. And I refuse to let NYCHA be that sort of situation. So education, NYCHA, affordable, real affordable home ownership opportunities, as well as affordable, really income-based rental opportunities.
So you've been hitting the ground running, doing some campaigning, and really trying to get ready for the special election. What are you hearing from people as you get down towards the finish line?
Well, let's start with the fact that most people don't even know that there's a special election. And that's a scary situation, and that's something that needs to be addressed. I feel that the Board of Elections, the Board of Elections really needs to work on empowering our people with the knowledge of what's happening so they can go out there and their voice can be heard, because there are a few people who are already in power right now who love the fact that people don't come out and vote. In fact, if you look at the number of people that come out to vote in the Bronx, it's dismal. And I bet that we wouldn't find 20% of the registered voters actually come out to vote during a primary election, during a general election. And I think mainly it's because we're not getting that word out to them. They're not aware of what's going on. They don't know who the candidates are. So we need to hold our organizations feet to the fire and say, we need you to do a better job at promoting the upcoming elections.
I'll give you the final word. People out there watching right now, you get an opportunity to say to people, this is the reason why we're still going to vote for Pamela Stewart-Martinez. What would that be?
The reason is because I am from the community and I hear people when they speak. I find that a lot of our current public officials, they don't listen. There's a disconnect. I am part of the community. I'm a mom of 7. I advocate for our community with no pay on a regular basis. So you would have me as a public servant, not as a politician representing you. My job would be to listen and to serve you.
All right, Pamela Stewart-Martinez, thank you so much for coming and sharing with us.
Thank you.
Here on In the District. Thank you for joining us as well. We'll be back in a few right after this.